What's up, sports world? Y'all know what it is. It's Wednesday night. And of course, on Wednesday nights, you know what you're getting. You are now tuned into the greatest world class Wednesdays. Of course, I'm Andre the Torch Robinson, the fire starter. And of course, you see the guy, Mr. Friday Night Lights, Down Under, Mr. Coffee Talk in the Morning, Mr. Alphabet's Football Talk Show, Mr. I'm gonna get on his ass. If I'm telling you, if he do it today, I'm getting on his ass. Mr. Marcus the Alphabet in the building. What's good, Marcus?
What's good, family? How y'all doing, man? Hope
Man, you
everybody's
already
doing.
know.
Hope everybody's doing well, man. It's been a good week. It's been not all a good
It was
week.
not a good week.
Was
Both
that-
our teams lost horribly.
Well, that's true. That's true. But I try to take the positive out of any situation. What's that? I don't know if y'all are. I don't know if y'all are old enough. There used to be this song. Accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, latch on to the affirmative, and don't mess with mystery in between. I try to latch on to the affirmative. That's what I try to do. You know what I'm saying? When something's bad, torch, even keel, not Kill, Keel.
Yep.
Not too high when things are good, not too low when things are bad. You know, yes, we got our teeth kicked in on the game, but then we had the trade deadline. We're going to talk about that. So, you know, I'm happy, man.
We can put up plenty of talk too about how you guys had way more effort in trying to make something happen at the end than my guys.
Yeah,
did,
you know. So I you have to take accentuate the positive, the good stuff. We did see some good stuff. We did see some bad stuff. Getting the crap kicked out of us by Trey McBride and making Jacoby Brissett look like Carson Palmer and Kurt Warner put together, making Marvin Harrison Jr. look like Megatron. But besides that, put that to the side is a good week, man. So I'm happy. It's good to be here.
It's my guy. My guy has been rocking since the beginning. He's been rocking since the beginning. It's good to hear and see him again. He gonna be on the ones and twos more often. I call him Mr. Seth Rollins, brother, because when you hear him talk and the way he, man, I'm telling you, Seth Rollins all the way. I swear, if they made Seth Rollins another Seth Rollins a clone, it would be my guy right here, Mr. Packers enthusiast, Mr. Parlay King, Mr. Fantasy Football itself, Mr. Ryan Go. What's good?
What's going on, man? I don't know about calling me the Parlay King, but I'm doing all right here. Let's look at the stats here real quick. I can pull this up. In the last 30 days, we have hit 34 total wins for a total of $4,333 with a total investment of only $60 into the app.
Now, y'all hear that?
Money. So maybe I am the king. I'm the architect, baby.
Money. That's what I'm talking about. The architect. What was that you were saying again, Marcus? Let me hear that song that you was talking about. Let me hear that song again. Say that song.
Accentuate the positives.
Accentuate the positive.
Accentuate the positive. Yeah, sure. You know what? If I was a DJ, I'd spin the record real quick and be like, accentuate the positive. You know what that means? Marcus think he's slick. He do this one time a show, at least minimum once a show. Trying to spin the positive, aka let's lubricate the mediocrity. You ain't slick. Y'all got your boots smoked, just like the Packers did too.
Yeah, we shit the bed.
Positive because of free agency. Matter of fact, speaking of that, folks, y'all already know what time it is today. We gonna definitely welcome everybody to the fire lane where we get into these debate topics, of course, and then we gonna have a journalist column. Everybody is loving it. I've been hearing inboxes like, yo, that journalist column is smoking hot. So, by the way, during the show, I need you guys to, in the comment section, put a player or a coach, and we're going to come up with questions that we would ask to said player or coach. And then they're going to get graded. And it's like a prep, as Marcus the Alphabets call it, prep. But it is to journalism. When you're in the press room, in the press box, when you doing press releases and press stuff with these folks, it gets you acclimated to doing said stuff. So we want to definitely elevate that on a journalistic level. So the journalistic column is a new segment you'll see probably on every show. Also, we're gonna get into clap them cheeks. Clap them cheeks. Our way of saying boots to ass, belt to ass. We're going to get into that tonight, too. All right. Top 3 teams that got their ass whooped this week. We're going to get into it as well. So, like and share the show. And of course, Robert Leader, I'm definitely going to hit that toilet flush on somebody today. I feel like the toilet flush is going to happen. But make sure in the comment section right now, you put your player and coach right now you want us to ask questions about. And you can put questions in the comment section yourself as well. All right?
I have a question for the fans, if you'll allow me.
Absolutely.
I'd like somebody that follows college football a little more closely than I do. That's one of the few sports I just dabble in a little bit. Why the hell are my Wisconsin Badgers sticking with Luke Fickell? That dude should have been fired 3 weeks ago when we had a 2-week in a row homestand where we didn't score a single touchdown and both opponents combined scored 72 points on us. If I were the ADA for the Wisconsin Badgers, I'd have fired that dude after the first shutout at home. Because he didn't do great the 2 years before this either. So somebody that follows college football, please explain to me. Our buyout isn't even that big. We could have bought him out and went after a better coach.
It's a good question. You know what? Good question already being asked right there. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now. Make sure you like and share the show. And let's welcome y'all to the Fire Lane. Welcome to the Fire Lane. So y'all know, obviously, we have these executive talks, myself, Marcus the Alphabets, in which Marcus doesn't tell you, but he already uses his lifeline as far as once a show. He always do something once a show. He always do it once before a show too. Always using a lifeline beforehand. But he brought up a good point, and we're going to debate this first topic. And today's first topic is now, after free agency, after the moves you've seen in free agency, did the Dallas Cowboys win the Micah Parsons trade? Because Marcus the Alphabets, go ahead and elaborate on who Dallas got this week.
Well, you know, before the trade deadline yesterday, I thought, no doubt about it, that the Packers had won that trade. You know, you gave up 2 first-round picks. You gave up Kenny Clark. I believe that the Packers are going to probably be, you know, at least to the, you know, divisional round of the playoffs. So it's going to be a late first-round pick. Okay, so you're giving up Micah Parsons for what? Pick number 25, 26, 27?
20 if you're lucky.
Like, that's not that good. And I like Kenny Clark. But then after yesterday, when you see the move that they made for Quinnen Williams, who I consider a top 3 defensive tackle, you flipped that pick. One of those picks, not just one of them, because you gave us your first round pick. The Packers gave us their first round pick for 2026 and 2027. You got to keep your 2026 first round pick from the Packers and give up your first round pick from the Packers in 2027. And you gave up a second round pick for 2026. That's a win to get that elite of a talent for basically 1 first round draft pick. So so they still have 2 first round picks in 2026. Now they don't have a second. They gave up the Jets their second round pick. They gave up to the Steelers their third round pick for Pickens. I think that they're going to probably on that second first round pick probably move out the first round to get back in the second round. You don't want to be waiting 2 or 3 rounds to pick again, even with 2 first round picks. I would imagine
there'll be some finagling on draft day too, and they'll advance up. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, 100%. I think that they'll probably trade out of the first round on that second on that second first round pick to get into the second round. Now, you know, we're looking way into the future. But now to get a player of Quinnen Williams' talent. Now, look, is he an elite edge rusher? No, but he's an elite interior rusher and
Agreed.
a dominant force on the inside, which has been the Cowboys' issue. Their issue has been they can't stop the run.
Yeah.
They can't stop the run. So now you have Kenny Clark, also Diggy Zoo, who you just paid, and Quinnen Williams. Now, I don't know how well this works out for you this year, but to put Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams together, I don't think all three of them will be there next year. I don't, because you're talking about 3 defensive tackles at $20+ million a year. That's not good roster building. But 2 of them are going to be on the team, and to have those 2 guys in the middle of your defense, and I mean,
Williams and Clark would be very good.
Devastating.
Yeah. That's going to be kind of how Parsons and Rashawn Gary are right now.
That's what I'm saying, though.
I would agree with that 100%.
And
Cowboys just got dangerous.
You're paying him $20-something million, and Micah Parsons makes 2.5 times as much as he made.
Oh yeah, what did we say earlier? Largest non-quarterback contract in the NFL now.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So now, in retrospect, and hindsight's always 20/20. Now that we've seen how this played out, after yesterday. Now, before that, I would definitely say that the Packers fleeced the Cowboys. But after yesterday, after this move for Quinnen Williams, I would say that the Cowboys redeemed themselves and won the Micah Parsons trade.
So, on paper, I'll agree with you. But I want to explain to you why I think the Packers are still winning the trade.
Okay.
Micah Parsons on our defense has brought a whole new culture and attitude to the other side of the football in Green Bay. When Micah Parsons jumps forward as that ball snapped, he's getting double and triple teamed on blocks sometimes. So a guy like Rashawn Gary, who's always been slightly above average, is having the year of his career right now. He is an elite back he's leading in sacks. He's in the top 10 with sacks. This is the best I've ever seen this guy play it. And I've always been a fan of Gary, don't get me wrong, but now he's showing who he is because he's got a guy like Micah next to him who can suck up the blocks and open lanes up. That's why I think we are still slightly edging out the win, but that's the only argument I have. You make a very solid case. And I wouldn't be mad if the viewers say that I'm way off base and wrong.
Well, I mean, we don't know how the Quinnen Williams, we haven't seen them play yet.
Exactly. That's my point. We've seen these guys work together, and people are complaining about Micah's numbers. That's because Micah's eating up the blocks.
Yeah. So, I mean,
we haven't seen Williams and whoever they're going to have next to him. I guess it's Clark right now. Play yet.
When you look, also Diggy Zoo, they just paid him. So we haven't seen that come to fruition yet. But what is the shortest path to the quarterback?
The inside.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Spin around that center and pump those legs.
If you have 2 edge rushers screaming off the edge, what do most quarterbacks do?
Throw it away or try to tuck it and run?
No, what they do is they step into the pocket.
Otherwise, they scramble to the outside.
If they're coming from the outside, converging on you on the outside, most quarterbacks they're going to step up into the pocket if there's no pressure.
Well, that's what I meant.
There's nowhere to go when the pocket is collapsing on top of you. We've seen instances in this with teams like the 2007 Giants, what they did to Tom Brady, or what the Bucks did to Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. What the Eagles did last year to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, where Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis are collapsing the pocket on the inside. So there's different ways to get to the quarterback. You have, elite edge rushers screaming off the edges, but you can also push the pocket into his face where he can't step into the pocket and collapse the pocket from the inside. I don't know what Quinnen Williams, we haven't seen him play yet with the Cowboys. Yeah. But I would imagine with that defensive line rotation, especially on the interior, I think that's going to be pretty productive. So we'll see what happens. I mean,
I'm going to say watching that game on Monday night, I thought your defense was suspect the whole fucking game until that fourth quarter. And I don't know if that's the fourth quarter yips that Arizona has, or if you guys like just decided fucking fuck this, we're going to win this game, or at least we're going to try to. And the defense stepped up and the offense couldn't. But that defense in the fourth quarter of that game looked like one of the scariest defenses in the league right now.
And you add Quentin Williams to that.
Exactly. I'm agreeing with you on that.
Sorry, but I got to break up. You know what? Listen, that diatribe, hold on. That diatribe was so pretty and so cute. Everybody give Marcus Betts a round of applause. He is so good at trying to convince us, trying to be smooth.
Oh yeah, we're still going with the back.
You know, Marcus the Alphabet Betts is about as smooth as his look. But you know what? I heard a couple things that you said, sir. I never knew Dallas Cowboys fans looked into the future. I always thought that Dallas Cowboys fans looked into the past, always looked back and revered and was stuck in the past. So you saying look into the future as a Dallas Cowboys fan is a rarity. All right. I'm always used to Dallas Cowboys fans being stuck in the past, you know, around like 1992, 3, 4. I'm used to that. So that's number one right off the jump.
Well, hold on. I don't mean to interrupt you, but they kind of have to live in the past. When's the last time the Cowboys were in the playoffs?
Hey, watch this. Hold on. I give him props for that. I give my guy a little respect and props for that. Number two, Marcus the Alphabets. I'm going to be real honest. You mentioned dangerous. Michael Jackson was dangerous. You know how dangerous your team is about as dangerous as this right here. Ready?
Who has a top 3 offense in the league?
You about as dangerous. Hold on. Y'all about as dangerous as Darkwing Duck. Listen, watch this. You about to hit me with some stats and say, who has a top 3 offense in the league? The Dallas Cowboys. Hold on, watch this. The Dallas Cowboys. Guess who just got Quentin Williams? The Dallas Cowboys. Guess what? That sounds all cute and good. But the Dallas Cowboys, I could give you all the Avengers and Infinity Stones off of Thanos' glove and hand, and y'all still would find some way somehow to mess it up. Y'all would find some way to bury yourselves. Listen, if they gave you Jesus' 12 disciples in free agency,
I just think that you were the one who just got Micah Parsons. Y'all were talking about how awesome your defense was going to be.
It is awesome.
Yes.
We're a top 5 defense right now.
Okay, and you just lost. To the Panthers.
Hold on. Yeah, we had a bad game.
Let me get him on that.
We still only have 2 losses.
Let me get him.
That's how you and I told you. It's going to help us in the end of the year here.
Yes, Ryan, you're going to learn how Marcus operates. First and foremost, when they lost to Cleveland, the defense only gave up 13 points, Marcus. When they lost to Carolina, they only gave up 16 points. Hold on. I'm going to tell you what the real problem is.
Okay, I hear you on that. I hear you on that. Who was the starting quarterback for the Cleveland?
He asked who the top 3 offense was. I'm going to tell you right now who the top 3 offense is. This is by the statistics, not by opinion.
Okay.
Your Buffalo Bills, Torch, are number 1 with offensive yards averaging 385.5 per game and 29 touchdowns scored.
You do not want this man to go start
number 2.
Mention the Buffalo Bills
are the Indianapolis Colts. Who the fuck would have thought of that? Because at the beginning of the year, everybody projected the Colts were going to be one of the worst teams in the league. They have 383.3 offensive yards average per game with 34 touchdowns scored. They've actually scored more touchdowns than your Bills. And number 3, this is a shocker to me, the Chicago fucking Bears. Caleb Williams is actually good. Holy shit! This man caught a touchdown pass last
It's
week.
amazing what you can do. It's amazing what
The
you can do.
Bears
when you
have
a good
Didn't they bust your ass?
378.4 offensive yards
Didn't
average per
Bears
game
bust
with
your ass, too?
23 touchdowns scored this year. That's your top three.
I'm just
Your
wondering.
Cowboys are also tied for third, though, with a 378.4 average, same as the Bears, but edged them out with 30 touchdowns scored. So they are a top three. I will give you credit on that.
So you add a top 3 defensive tackle, and he may not be number 3. He may be number 1 or 2. I don't know. I still like Chris Jones. I really like Chris Jones, even though he's a little bit older now. But when you add things like that, look, a lot of things can change in a week. If I would have told you last week that the New York Jets would trade Sauce Gardner to the Indianapolis
I can't believe they traded Sauce Gardner. They're never going to win another football game again.
We're talking about their defense. Their defense just got exponentially better.
Their offense can't do shit, though.
Okay,
but defense better start scoring 3 touchdowns a game.
Whose defense just got exponentially
Indianapolis.
Oh, Indianapolis.
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought you meant the Jets. I was going to say, I don't think so.
Wait a minute, Ryan. Even though, don't make me pull receipts, sir. You real cute with that. Oh, they just got exponentially better. You the same one just 2 weeks ago. We was talking about how Sauce Gardner has been overrated lately.
I think he's overrated as well. That's because he's playing for the damn Jets.
Let me respond to that.
He's got people around him in Indy now.
It gets to a point, and we have to take this into consideration. When you're on a terrible team,
exactly,
it's like you're just like, no, hear me out on this, and you're like, I want out. I want out of here. What was our opinion of Christian McCaffrey when he was with the Carolina Panthers? And you could just see that look like, get me out of here.
See, the difference is when McCaffrey was on the Panthers, he was still putting numbers up. They just weren't the numbers he was putting up when he went to San Francisco.
I would buy that. Hold on, though. I would buy that Sauce Gardner talk if the Jets defense wasn't elite. If the Jets defense wasn't still good this whole time, wait a minute, aren't we the same ones that was sitting up here arguing about Robert Saleh should have still been in Jets land because his defense was good?
They should have never fired him. They should have never fired him.
You also have to look. You can't just be good on one side of the ball. Okay, it's great sir.
Sauce Gardner plays defense, not offense. We're talking
exactly. We're talking about one side of the ball.
No, I'm saying that the diatribe as far as saying that he was playing on an awful team is boo-boo because when
you're on defense. And you cannot go to the damn sideline and get a drink of Gatorade because your offense gets 3 and outs on every damn drive. After a while, how does what is our opinion of Trey Hendrickson with the Bengals? As high flying and explosive as the Bengals offense is, he's on the Bengals with the worst defense in the league. After a while, that gets exhausting because you're like, I'm going out here putting all this effort out on the field. Another person, I don't feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for him at all. As a matter of fact, I laugh at him. Myles Garrett on the Browns. This guy's out there. Myles Garrett, in my opinion, and some people will disagree with this, I think he's the best. I think he's maybe the best defensive player in the league. And I know
I agree. And you want to hear something crazy? I picked him up on waiver in my fantasy league 3 weeks ago. I could not believe he was available.
All the Steelers fans, even my lovely co-host, she likes to give me TJ Watt's number. And all I ever tell her, I was like, put TJ Watt on the Browns and move Myles Garrett to the Steelers with Alex Highsmith and Jalen Ramsey and Cam Hayward. And
defensive player of the year.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So when we sit up here, you take Sauce Gardner out of They've won one game.
You don't even want to. He did just improve Indy's defense.
Like,
I agree.
You're getting your
He's
ass
got guys
kicked
around
every
him.
week, and then you go from that to a team that's like, oh my God, this is outstanding. To a situation like
top
that,
3 team in the NFL right now.
Yes, that changes the way you play, because it's like, oh, okay, I don't have to do everything over here. So we have to take. What is our now? Guess who else was on that shitty Jets team? Quinnen Williams. You don't think with Quinnen Williams now getting away from the Jets, now he gets more opportunity to go after the quarterback, because the Dallas's offense is a top 3 offense, so he gets more opportunities to go after the quarterback. So we can't just say, well, he played. Yes, he is. Does it look like he's fallen off this year? Yes, but you also have to understand the type of situation that he's in. What is our opinion of Rashid Shaheed? Oh, I can't believe he got traded. A little bit. Hang on. He's falling off a little bit this year. He's getting the ball thrown to him from Tyler Shuck.
Yeah.
That's who's throwing him the ball. So he leaves from.
Hey, Ryan. Ryan. Listen, Marcus the Alphabets. Listen, he makes phenomenal points.
Hold on. I do have to say, he does prove a point about the Jets, though, because look at Aaron Rodgers right now. Everybody said, oh, my God, look at Aaron Rodgers. He sucks now. He's done. He's killing it in Pittsburgh right now.
To the Jets. But hold on. We're going to give him a pass on that. They were saying that before he went to the Jets, but we're going to give him a pass on that. It's all good. But listen, Marcus the Alphabet's diatribes are so lovely, so phenomenal, so put together, so articulated very well. And so
it's the truth.
You know that architect. Hold on, watch this. It's true. Hold on. You know what else is true?
Yeah.
You know what else is true, Marcus the Alphabet?
What's that?
You sound like a good neighbor. Statewide is there. You would love for Quinnen Williams to be the insurance for your damn defense. No, don't interrupt. Don't interrupt. No,
nah, he's got a point. Y'all are looking for insurance.
Don't interrupt.
Because you're talking advertisement piece. What was your opinion? What was our opinion of Rashawn Gary until a few weeks ago?
He was an average player. Now that Micah's sucking up the blocks, he's a beast.
No. He was better than average, but hold on.
Okay, above average.
Was he top 5 in sacks?
Was he top 5 in sacks? He is now.
No. That's not what I'm asking you. Because he's sitting over here, he's saying, well, look at this. So what was our opinion of Rashawn Gary before he got Michael Parsons?
National opinion would be like, who are you talking about? So you would consider him not a good player, but people that follow the stats and everything, he was above average.
He was all right. You get Micah Parsons putting that to you.
You know what?
You get Micah Parsons.
No, he was I gotta say that's false too.
Yeah, I know. Hold on, watch this.
Way above average.
It was cute. Hold on, it was cute when he said.
I was speaking of national opinion. A lot of people didn't know who he was.
I got him.
Now they do.
I got this, Ryan.
Okay,
watch this.
Thank you. Get
Marcus
this.
Marcus the Alphabets. Again, here you go doing it again. Once a show, sir. You ain't slick. Just the way you say who you play with matters. Let's introduce a new one. Where you play matters too. Because guess what? I'm going to tell you. Why you sitting up here trying to do your nationwide is on your side gimmick. Mr. I want Quinnen Williams. Yo, he want Quinnen Williams so badly to be the insurance package to get his damn Cowboys defense out the dumpster where they had number 31.
That's not what I'm saying.
Don't interrupt. At number 31, when Jerry Jones decided with his goofy ass to go ahead and get rid of Michael Parsons, now he wants Quinnen Williams to be the savior of the world. Mr.
I'm not saying he's the savior.
Is on your side.
That's not what I'm saying.
Trying to sell insurance packages. My man is trying to sell insurance packages because he want them to be out the
Rashawn Gary.
I got a question for you, Marcus. I got a question for you.
The same way you were celebrating getting Michael Parsons, when you were doing backflips and sitting over there cheering and having a good old time. That's the same way.
The jersey, I got it and I go get it. You know, I got it. I
Yeah.
go get it.
Yeah.
Marcus.
Yeah.
Green
Oh,
Bay.
I can go get some crazy jerseys.
this. Hold on,
showing off
Ryan.
jerseys.
What Marcus fails to mention is that the Green Bay Packers defense wasn't in the cellar like Dallas's defense either.
Yeah.
So
Y'all
where
are
you
looking for
play
insurance.
matters,
We already
sir.
got a
Who you
defense.
play with matters, but where you play too. Marcus, if you hold on, watch this. If you are so confident in Quinion Williams, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question. Y'all making the playoffs?
Probably not.
Oh,
Exactly.
there you
We are
go.
going to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
Jeff
that's why
Happy
you
said,
said-
"Oh, we
that's
had a
why
bad
this-
game.
that's why I
Hold
just
on,
said
hold my
this
beer while
here-
I light the cigarette." That's
This
what Jeff
move,
Happy
this
said.
move was geared towards the future. You have a
What bad
27-year-old
defense?
all pro. You have a 27-year-old all pro defensive tackle who's considered a top 3 of his position. I would like for them to have won the Arizona game. I would like for them to have won some more games.
I would have too,
they're not
because I
digging
played
out-
some second half live bets while I was sitting at the casino, and
But the
Dak was the only
offense,
one that performed.
we just said they have a top 3 offense. If the defense, I'm not even saying that they have to be like top 10. If they're right now they're 31. If they could go from 31 to like 20,
yeah, but there's 32 teams in the league, bro.
okay, that's what again. When you
Who's
get a
worse than
player
you?
like that,
Who's worse than you? Do you know?
the Bengals.
Yeah, okay.
Bengals. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. If they don't even have to get, I'm not even saying top 10. If they can go from 31 to 20, that is very reasonable, and that could change the outcome.
I'm glad you didn't try to say top 15 and just try to pull the wool over these people's eyes. Top 20,
Ryan.
I'll agree with that.
Hey Ryan, I'm gonna spare Marcus to gun you down. You know I like to gun people down. Come here.
Yeah, I was about to pull out some stats.
I'm gonna spare him to call your shot, because then I gotta go throw on the Inspector Gadget music that go along with it. Marcus the Alphabets.
Yeah.
I did a little digging, and you know I do this for a living. I dig for a living. That's what I do. I dig, right? Marcus, have you seen your schedule in the next couple of weeks?
It's bad.
Hold on. I thought, wait a minute. I thought you played to win. Now, you got Quinion Williams now, right?
Yeah.
You're not even confident they're gonna win the play. They're gonna make the playoffs. I know why. No, I'm gonna tell you. I know why, Marcus. I know why, Marcus. See, Marcus here, Mr. The Dallas Cowboys now got him, and it should be the top 3 offense, right? Marcus, who did you play before? Because I'm just looking at your schedule. You played the Cardinals. That top 3 offense looked mighty top 3 against the boo-boo cheek Cardinals. They looked real top 3 to me.
Yeah.
Sir, you played the Broncos. The Broncos
are red hot right now.
The Broncos showed you that y'all can't ride. Y'all can't
Broncos
ride.
clapped them ass.
Okay,
Let me
respond.
That was your
Let me respond. If you're gonna make comments, I get to respond.
I gotta finish though.
Yeah, let Andre finish though, man.
Where do we place the Broncos defense at?
We're not talking about their defense. We're talking about overall. Broncos are fucking number 2 right now overall in my power rankings.
That's what I'm saying.
Broncos are out there clapping cheeks.
Losing to the Broncos is not some. Again, now let me ask you a question real quick, since you like to dig deep. Who's the best receiving option on the Green Bay Packers?
It was Tucker Kraft.
Like
yeah.
Now
it's going to be Dobbs. It's going to be Dobbs, and you know what's going to happen? Hey, hold on. You know what's going to happen? That's going to open up Matthew Golden, though.
Oh, it's good. So we're looking to the future, right?
That's
how
football works, sir.
Wait a minute, but there's a difference. Hold on. Marcus, you're making my point.
To the future, it's realistic. When y'all look to the future, when's the last time you made the playoffs, sir?
2 years ago.
Please tell him
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Hey, I have like 5 years of my entire life's memory when the Packers didn't have a Hall of Fame quarterback, and Jordan Love is about to repeat that. How many quarterbacks y'all had since Troy Aikman? Tony Romo was okay.
Wait a minute, Ryan. I'm going to tag on that. Sir,
Okay.
the Packers have always looked to the future, sir. We are the best developmental team probably.
Okay,
in
I
all of
got you
football.
on that.
No. Oh, no, let me finish.
I got you.
We actually look to the future all the time.
We don't
Where
farm
your
money players.
team
We develop
always
players.
is stuck in the past. Remember, I keep telling you about
how well did you develop Rashawn
you
Gary?
play matters. Where
Again,
you
not a
play
money
matters.
player.
Remember,
We developed
I said
him.
that.
Okay.
You are
What
literally
about all
farmed
your What about all your receivers? All of these average ass receivers that y'all
When
have.
have we ever had a big name superstar receiver since Sterling Sharp? Every receiver we've had,
What
even the
round pick-
superstars
what
like
round pick
Jordy
is
Nelson
Matthew
and Antonio
Golden?
Freeman,
What
when
round-
we
what
signed
round
them,
pick-
they were no names. Our
what
all-star
round
elite
pick-
Hall of Fame quarterbacks
what-
turned them into
What
superstars.
round pick is Matthew Golden?
He was a first-round pick. He's been
Okay,
getting
and he's
double-teamed
done
every game.
shit.
It's his rookie
He's done
year.
shit.
Okay.
He's done absolutely
It
shit.
might be a
Look,
bust.
I watched
I'll
him play
give you
in
that.
college. He played at the
Watch
University
what
of Texas.
happens now that Romeo Dobbs is number one target.
Marcus,
They're going
let
to
me
start
ask you a
double
question.
teaming Dobbs
How many
now.
legit targets does? Hold on, watch this. Don't let Marcus get away with that. Matthew Golden ain't did.
Yeah, I was
shit.
about to say Matthew
He
Golden
knows
doesn't have
damn well
targets.
that the
Yeah.
Packers
He doesn't have what?
have targets.
He doesn't have the
everywhere.
targets
Aiden
everybody
Reed
else
is a
does. 'Cause
target.
he's been getting
Romeo
doubled and
Dobbs is a
tripled all
You
year.
target.
got to earn targets. You got to
When
earn
you're getting
Right.
doubled and
Right.
tripled all year and you have a
Right.
smart quarterback, you don't get targets.
doubled and tripled. Who's getting doubled and tripled?
Matthew Golden is. Everybody's
Oh,
scared of him.
Stop it. No,
Everybody's
the
scared of
first
him.
okay. See now you're when you play against the Green Bay Packers,
You
your
better
first-
double cover Matthew
Yeah,
Golden because as soon as you give him a chance, he's going to show you he is him.
your first
Did you watch this man in college, bro? He looked like a growing man playing with little boys.
Texas. He's from
Ask me
Texas.
where I live at.
He's from Texas.
Ask me where I live at.
Oh, you
From
okay?
Texas.
He looked
I
like a
live- I
growing
live-
man playing with little boys.
Okay. And now he goes who looks like a grown man playing with little boys is Ted McMillan. And he's doing way better with a less quarterback than
Because
Matthew
he's
Golden
got
is.
other big names around him that's sucking up defenders.
Who? Big names. Who? You got Josh Jacobs. You got Tucker Kraft. Matthew Golden should be going off right now because when you play against the Packers, your first priority against the Packers is okay. We're not gonna let Josh Jacobs run the ball down our throat. Then when we look at the receiving options, your next priority when you play against the Green Bay Packers
Was Tucker Kraft, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
with that attention,
Now it's going to be Dobbs, which is going to free up Golden. That's what I'm saying.
but I'm just saying though, you have other players over there. You got Dobbs, you got Tucker Kraft, you got a run game, and you can't get open. You can't find targets. Really? When you got Tucker Kraft,
Marcus, you're
Kraft,
not.
how many
Marcus,
hang on.
Hold on. Let me hold on. I'm going to bust out some
how many-
stats here real quick. I'm going to
what
bust
was
out some
Tucker
stats
Kraft-
here real quick.
Hang on. Bust up
Matthew
this stat
Golden.
for me. Bust up this stat for me. What was
78% of
Tucker
Matthew
Kraft's
Golden's
numbers?
routes run this season
What
have been
was
deep
Tucker
route,
Kraft's
20
numbers?
yards or more.
What was Tucker Kraft's
On
stat line?
85% of those deep routes, he has sucked up both the safeties and
Who?
pulled the secondary deep. One
Who?
man. That's
Who?
why Tucker Kraft looked like a superstar until he blew his knee out.
Okay, so why isn't
Matthew
Matthew
Golden is a beast.
He's the number. He was the first round pick, and he's
Exactly.
doing
And he's
nothing.
performing
Marcus,
exactly
stop that.
how our game plan plans him to perform.
What is Matthew Golden's stat line right now for the year?
We're not even going to talk about that because Matthew
Why
Golden
not?
he's considered a sponge. It's a weird concept in the NFL. He's sucking up defenders for guys like Tucker Kraft to have the breakout season they had, and for us to have that West Coast offense into the slots and the seams.
If I'm a defensive
if he's
coordinator,
sucking the safeties in every time because 78% of his
who's
routes,
sucking-
he's burning
You're
motherfuckers.
talking about somebody sucking.
He's sucking up the defenders.
Okay,
It's
who's
called a
sucking up the
sponge
defender?
player.
Wait a minute, Ryan. I got him on this too.
Oh my goodness,
Marcus, why did the Packers draft Matthew Golden?
Because they
Let's
needed
start with
a legit.
Because he's
legit
fast
what?
as fuck, boy.
uh,
That's
uh,
why we drafted him.
but Christian Watson's fast. Christian
Watson's injury prone. He can't stay healthy.
Okay.
Christian Watson
Okay.
was
And
injured
Matthew
more than
Golden had
alive.
one
Go ahead.
good year at Texas.
Again,
Matthew
Marcus,
Golden
you're not
had one
answering the
good
question.
year at
Why did they
Texas.
draft Matthew Golden as
Matthew
a first round?
because there was a consensus, like it generally is every year during the draft. There's usually two receivers. There's usually two quarterbacks, Manning or Lee, or with receivers. Is it going to be Marvin Harrison Jr. or Malik Neighbors? The two receivers from this past draft was Ted McMillan and Matthew Golden. The Packers did not have a legit number one receiver. You got a bunch of 2s and 3s. You got Jags, just guys. Dontavion Wicks and Jaden Reed and all these other Christian Watson, like you said, always hurt. Romeo Dobbs always hurt. He looks like a damn Q-tip with that damn Guardian cap.
Hey, he's not trying to be too a Tagovailoa, man. That's why
because he's concussion prone. So what you all did, you're like, we're gonna go try to get a legit number one receiver because we got a bunch of Jags. And
here's the thing. Hey, the Packers have always played their receiver corridor.
I got him.
Okay, you got him. You understand what I'm about to say.
You know what?
Okay.
I
don't understand what you're saying.
No,
Coach
does. Coach about to tell you.
I love how Marcus the Alphabet. Hold on, watch this. I love how Marcus the Alphabet catches himself. Watch this. It's called setup and drop. The first question was a setup. Here's the drop question.
Okay.
Remember you said that Rashad Gary now gets all these sacks because Micah Parsons is on the team?
Yes.
Well, can I ask you a question?
Same concept.
Why is Tucker Kraft right now the number one tight end then? You don't think Matthew Golden running deep routes 78% of the time?
Matthew Golden,
he's sucking up the entire secondary because he's fast as fuck.
Okay, let me answer. I'll answer the question.
Hey, let me answer.
I'll answer. Tucker Kraft was good last year too.
No, sir, he was not this good.
He wasn't this good. Exactly.
Marcus, he was not this good last year.
Look at his numbers.
I know his numbers. Marcus, I know his numbers. I'm a Packers fan, sir. I'm a Packers fan. You can't tell me.
Hold on. Tucker Kraft last year was a top 20. He was in the lower end of that. Number one now. Number one this year before the injury.
Tucker Kraft's
I'll look him up. You want to know his 2024 numbers? I'll look them up right now. Hold on.
I bet you it was nowhere near as good as these numbers is right
now.
Yeah,
we're gonna look right now.
Marcus, come
on, guys. Come on. Tucker Kraft was good last year. I played fantasy football. Tucker Kraft was pretty damn good.
Yeah, I played fantasy football too. I'm going right on my Yahoo app right here. Okay.
What was Tucker Kraft's numbers last year? His final numbers last year.
In the 2024 season, Tucker Kraft had 50 receptions for 707 yards and 7 touchdowns. He played in all 17 games. Now, hold on. Let's look at his 2025 stats now. He's only had 32 receptions this year.
Yeah.
489 yards, 6 touchdowns with an average of 15.3 yards after the catch. That's like almost record setting. So in 17 games last year, he had only 11% better than what he was at halfway through the season.
How many yards did you say he had? He
had 707 last year, Marcus.
Only 707 total last year.
And how many does he have this year?
Here, let's
almost 500. And it's
only halfway through the season.
Marcus
was on pace to hit 1,000.
Was on pace for 1,183 yards. Let's be clear.
Oh yes, fact. That was the Vegas line.
And he had 6 touchdowns before he was injured. He was on pace for 13.
And here's the thing. In this point of the year, he only did that in 32 receptions. It took him 70 receptions last year to hit those numbers. He already had 6 touchdowns.
He's because he's a good he's a damn good.
Bro, he had
tight end.
143 yards alone in the
Wave
Steelers
the
game.
white flag, Marcus.
No, I'm what,
Well for you.
Matthew
he's a-
Golden
he's a
is a
hell of a tight-
weapon.
Matthew
Even though he's
okay,
not getting targeted,
we're gonna see,
he is a
we're gonna
weapon
see,
for our
we're
offense.
gonna see what Matthew Golden does the rest of the year.
Yeah,
We'll
because
revisit
now they're
this
going to
at the
be
end of
looking
the-
at Dobbs.
We'll revisit. Okay, and you know what's going to happen with Dobbs now? You want to know what's going to happen with
He ain't
Dobbs?
going to have shit now because they're going to be mobbing him.
That's exactly.
Yeah, so Matthew Golden's going to step up and he's going to start scoring.
Is he?
Oh,
Because
by
he
the way,
should.
Jaden Reed is back, sir.
Yeah, Jaden Reed's healthy
Reed is
again now, and he's fast as hell. Hey, the jet sweep is back.
Wait a minute.
The
I
jet
know you-
sweep
whoa,
is
whoa, whoa, whoa,
back.
whoa, 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 time out. I know you not about to disrespect Jaden Reed.
No, Jaden Reed is a hell of a receiver.
okay. I was
But
about to
his
say,
issue
sir.
is, you
Bro,
know who else is a hell of a
textbook jet sweeps
receiver?
with that
You know
man,
who else
too.
is a hell of a receiver?
Rasheed Rice.
Christian Watson.
No,
Christian
Rasheed
Watson.
Rice.
But
As
what
soon
is
as he
his
gets
issue?
healthy.
What
Rasheed Rice.
exactly? The best ability is availability. If Christian Watson and Jaden Reed could stay healthy, I don't have to draft Matthew Golden.
So hold on,
I
though.
don't have to draft
Here's the
Matthew
thing.
Golden.
Here's the
Stay
point
with-
you're missing, though.
Okay.
Jordan Love is.
I got a
not
caller on the
shitty
line. Wait a
quarterback.
minute. You know how I get real around here? You know how I get real around here? We got a caller on the line. Caller, what's up? Oh, it's DJ Nico Shaw.
I can barely hear him.
Tell him to speak up. You got to speak up.
Yeah, we can't hear you, bro.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
No, they can't hear you. They can't hear you.
Nobody can hear him.
Hold on. Yes, hold on. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna just send you the link because they can't hear you. I'm gonna
Yeah, I was about to say, tell him to just get on a show.
Yeah,
Put a face to
here's
your
the
hot
thing.
take.
So Marcus, I'm trying to tell you.
That's I'm gonna give Marcus credit, even though
Gotta
he be
talk
talking a
back
lot of
to me.
stupid shit tonight. He's willing to put his
Oh,
face
you're
on
the one
camera while
talking
he does
to. You're
it.
the one talking to. He's a sponge. What the hell is
Hey,
that?
Marcus, I'm just giving you a hard time, bro.
He just giving you a hard
I'm
time.
just saying, I'm
Marcus.
just giving you a hard time, bro.
I'm
Don't worry
like,
about
come
it.
on,
Sir,
man.
but you
He's
should
a-
wave the
he's a
white flag at this
sponge.
point.
Hey, no, hey, we both have some hot takes tonight. I'm just giving you shit. It's nothing.
Look.
No, hey, I'm a
Tucker
Wisconsin
Kraft-
farmer, dude. I drive a
Tucker Kraft is
forklift
it.
for a living. That's
just-
all I do is
You
give
just said
shit.
your number one receiving option for this year and a lot of last year too was Tucker Kraft.
What do you mean a lot of last year? He only had 53 receptions in 17 games last year.
Okay,
Or
because
70
you don't
receptions.
have- because you
He had
don't-
53 this year already. I
Because you
agree. He was
don't
number one
have
this year.
it.
Last year, he was the fucking number 3 on the team.
Okay, because you don't have a legit number one. 1 week it might be
And that's what the
1 week
Packers
it
do
might be
every
weak.
cycle. We get a new superstar quarterback. We get a bunch of no-name receivers, and then we use the 4 or 5 years of buildup to build a fucking superstar. Antonio Freeman, Robert Brooks,
Agree.
Jordy Nelson.
Absolutely.
These were all no-name dudes that went in the 5th,
Absolutely.
6th, 7th, 8th round
Devontae
that became
Adams
NFL Hall of
is another
Famers
one.
because of their
Devontae Adams,
quarterback.
another one.
And that's
Come
what I
on.
was trying to say
Marcus,
before the
you
caller
idiot.
called in. Jordan Love is not a shitty quarterback.
Marcus,
Oh, I
It's
don't
time
think
for
so.
people
I
to
don't think so.
recognize Jordan Love is
I
a
don't think-
top 10
I
in the
never
league.
said Jordan
quarterback.
Love was a shitty quarterback.
I never
Jordan Love
said
is
you
not-
said that either, but there's a lot of people out there who say that.
Oh, Brian, no. He might not have never said he was a shitty quarterback, but you damn sure had some disrespect for my man Jordan.
Do you want to know why? Do you want to? No, it's not disrespect for him. Here's the issue. When you're following in the footsteps of a Hall of Fame quarterback, it's tough.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers is a freak.
You're following Aaron. That's anybody.
Aaron Rodgers is a freak of nature, though. He followed Brett Favre and became better.
Okay, but I'm just
Jordan
saying,
Love's top 10 quarterback. I'm happy.
Okay.
I don't expect him to be the next Aaron Rodgers. I don't think anybody will ever put up Aaron Rodgers numbers ever again.
When you
This man won 4 MVPs.
When you follow behind a Hall of Fame quarterback, that's a lot of pressure. It's not just the Packers. That's anybody. When you have a quarterback that's legendary like that, You see some teams still to this day trying to replace legendary quarterbacks. The Buffalo
And we
Bills
did it again.
for many years. The Buffalo Bills had been, until Josh Allen, had been looking for a quarterback for like 20 years. The Miami Dolphins are still looking for a quarterback.
Exactly.
Since Marino. So you're going.
Well, and that's facts because Tua probably thinks he's the running back right now.
So it's tough.
With all those concussions he had.
It's tough because the standard has been set. Jordan Love, you're gonna always be compared to these guys because that's who you're following behind. It's the same thing with the Cowboys. Dak Prescott and Tony Romo, you are following behind Troy Aikman and Roger Staubach and guys like that. So
that's a fair point, but Aaron Rodgers is a freak of nature. This man is probably sitting in his closet in the dark right now, high on mushrooms and ayahuasca tea. But he's going to go out and he's going to throw 4 touchdowns next week at damn near the same age we all are.
Okay,
that's a freak of nature.
He wasn't always
compare Jordan Love to that.
He wasn't always 41 years old. And Patrick Mahomes already right now has more Super Bowls than Aaron Rodgers already. Okay.
Aaron Rodgers does not have the rings. Agreed. Okay. But Aaron Rodgers' numbers are like right up there with Tom Brady and Drew Brees and Peyton Manning.
That's great. But what we judge people off of is championships. Why do we respect Michael Jordan more than we do LeBron James? LeBron James has all of these great numbers. And he gets his ass kicked when he gets to the championship.
Yeah, here's the thing, though. If prime Michael Jordan played in today's game, he would not have the numbers he had.
Oh, he would have better numbers. He would have better numbers. He played.
If prime Michael Jordan played in today's, they didn't have 6 foot fucking tall or 7 foot tall guys like Giannis.
And guess what they don't have? And guess what they don't have now? You couldn't clothesline somebody when they were going to the damn bucket. You couldn't clothesline somebody when they were going to, but you think LeBron James is going back there? I
don't even understand what you're trying to say right now. What do you mean clothesline somebody going to the bucket? Because there's been a couple of shitty fouls. I'm talking about like the way the big man plays the game. That didn't happen in Jordan's day. Jordan's a little dude.
Help him, Ryan. In this case,
help him, Dre. Help him.
Okay. You really think that Jordan's better than LeBron?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Yes, okay. I do.
I want to hear why.
I'm gonna give you 4 reasons. You ready? 4 reasons.
How about 6-0?
Well, first how about that? Right. I mean, you can start off with 6-0, but we're gonna start off with the rules. Number 1, no touch fouls. Michael Jordan would go to the line at least 20 times a game.
Hey, that's a fair point, actually. And that dude was money on the free throw line.
Here's number 2. There's not too many people who have a more pure mid-range jump shot than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan has what we call an unguardable move. His fadeaway was unguardable.
Yeah, he did the same thing Giannis did against the Pacers the other night. But Jordan did it all the time.
Players anymore who have unguardable moves. Number 3, Jordan has the dog mentality.
This dude on ESPN at almost 60 years old talking about he could still beat half the NBA. So yeah, you're 100% right.
Dog mentality. They don't play defense like that anymore. Michael played defense, and he was rich in steals.
Yeah,
he was rich in steals. He was
How many first team all defensive teams?
11. We're not even going there. LeBron James is a weak side defender at best. And again, this is from me who coaches basketball. LeBron James is a better weak side defender than he is any legitimate defender. And that's just being real.
Yeah.
That also is because LeBron James plays a point 4, which means he plays 4 positions on the floor. Point, shooting, small, and power, as much as and he probably could play center here and there too if he wanted to. Magic played center at 6'9", so let's be clear. For a minute, yes, absolutely. But getting back to, I just want to state for the record, just for the record, LeBron James will always chase Michael's ghost as long as he is playing basketball because there are attributes that LeBron just doesn't.
Oh yeah, there's records he'll never hit. I agree with that.
He may even chase, and I don't understand how people skipped Kobe. How did you skip Kobe?
Oh, nobody's skipping Kobe on this show. I agree.
Well, no, not on this
I don't want to speak for Marcus, but I ain't skipping.
Yeah,
no, but I'm just saying though, what is the closest thing that we've seen? Who's the player that's been the closest
to Jordan?
That has a game like Jordan? Who's basically
Kobe.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Else.
So
career
if
got
you're
cut
not
short.
better than the original Michael Jordan.
Nah,
you're not better than the guy who's closest to Michael Jordan. How are you better than the real Michael Jordan?
I'm just saying, for me, it's Michael and Michael's prototype. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, 1 and 2 ever. 1 and 2 ever. And the reason why I say that is because, once again, just like Stephen Curry has won championships with no top 75 player ever, Kobe did it twice.
Yep.
With Smush Parker after Shaq. After Shaq. He won 2 without a top 75 player. Now, getting back to football. I'm sorry.
I just heard something, and maybe I misheard this. Did we just say that Jordan Love is a top 10 quarterback
right now?
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I think
Jordan Love is elite, dude. What are you?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have Jordan. I have Jordan Love at 9 or 10. He is not a top 10 quarterback.
So many people consider elite quarterback to be top 10 in the league. I also have Jordan Love at number 9. Jordan Love is an elite quarterback.
I think I could name about 10 or 11 quarterbacks I'd rather have over Jordan Love.
No, okay.
Okay, I'm talking about stats. I'm not talking about opinions.
Again, you're back on the stats thing.
Because stats are numbers. Numbers are math. Math is the only science that never lies.
Okay, and if you just have stats, we also have the eye test. When you're looking at certain players play, you're like, okay, maybe his numbers aren't that great, but he's a Troy Aikman didn't have a whole bunch of great numbers because he had the leading rusher in the history of the NFL. So his game, they didn't tell him. If Troy Aikman could have thrown the ball as much as Dan Marino did, see, a lot of the stats are based off of necessity. Okay, Dan Marino never had a running game, so he's got to throw the ball more.
But I got a question for you real quick. Yes. If Jordan Love not top 10, then explain this. Explain what I'm about to show you.
Yeah, I got to see this.
Just explain this to me then, right now. Explain this. Why is Jordan Love?
Oh, look at that. Jordan Love is literally 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th best odds to win MVP.
If he's not top 10,
that's insane. 5th best odds to win MVP.
You're gonna have to explain that to me then. This is for shits and giggles. It's just for shits and giggles.
There's quarterbacks I'd rather have than Jordan Love. In my opinion, Jordan Love, he fades a lot of times. And you look at what year was Jordan Love drafted?
Hold on, I want to go back to another point before we move forward. You were just saying Troy Aikman didn't have great numbers and everything. I want to point out to you that Troy Aikman was a first ballot Hall of Famer in the year of 2006, sir, based off of his stats alone.
No, he got into Troy Aikman has like 36,000 passes.
Don't you start your mess.
Troy Aikman is a top 20 quarterback of all time in all of history.
But you say it with stats.
Yeah, that's what the fucking game is based on, bro.
He has 30.
It's all about stats.
Troy Aikman right now is the 3rd leading passer in Cowboys history. I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm a little bit older than you. How old are you? How old are you? Like 25, 26?
I'm 41 years old, bro.
You're 40. Okay, Troy
I'm
Aikman.
Norwegian. We look young as fuck until we turn 60, and then we look 90.
Troy Aikman was like, he didn't get it. he didn't get it based off of his stats. He got it based off of championships. He was a Super Bowl champion quarterback 3 times. Okay. His numbers are not that great. When you look at the guys like Dan Marino, when you look at the guys like John Elway, when you look at Peyton Manning, look at where Troy Aikman's numbers are.
We weren't comparing Troy Aikman to other elite quarterbacks. I was simply pointing out, you said Troy Aikman wasn't the guy because he had guys like Michael Irvin to pick him up, and then he had Emmitt Smith. Troy Aikman had 32,942 passing yards.
Tom Brady has
this man threw 165 touchdowns
Tom Brady has 90
with a 61% completion rating.
How many touchdown passes did Troy Aikman have?
Troy Aikman had 165 touchdowns in his career.
How many does another thing too, because he played in a rougher era.
Yeah.
His career was ended. I think he only played like 12 years because
and that's the thing. A lot of people say, what do you mean he only had 165 touchdowns? And it's like, well, because he didn't pass a lot. He had Emmitt Smith. So I'm agreeing with what you said.
So you're saying his stats.
This man threw for 32,942 yards with that happening.
That's nothing.
That is.
That's
when they ran a 10-year fucking ground and pound offense and Aikman still put up Hall of Fame numbers.
You're saying that's
pretty good.
Just his passing stats. Just his passing stats. When you look at
they're not elite. You're right. Overall, he's an elite quarterback.
I'm a Cowboys fan. But what I'm saying, when you put his numbers up against other quarterbacks, just purely numbers, he didn't get in based off of his numbers. He got in based off of the eye test and because of his championships. 32,000 yards. He doesn't have more passing yards than Tony Romo or Dak Prescott.
Would you take him over Dak if he was in his prime right now?
Yeah, because again, eye test. We also have the eye test. You're like, it's the game is just about stats. There's guys out there that put up great numbers because they put. Do you view Frank Gore as a top 5 running back?
Not a top 5, but he's definitely he's in the top 20. I used to run Frank Gore consistently on my fantasy teams, even though everybody made fun of me.
He's top 5 in rushing yards. Why is he top 5 in rushing yards?
Because Frank Gore is a workhorse. He only picks up 2 or 3 yards per play, but he takes every fucking snap and plays every game. Exactly.
They're going against your own argument because his stats. No one would take Frank Gore over Adrian Peterson, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Because Adrian Peterson snaps off bigger runs and he's a hotter player. But if you look at the numbers, you're right. Frank Gore is better.
Okay, but I'm saying
the tortoise and the hare, bro.
Off of your argument,
the tortoise won the race.
This is your argument. Your argument is, the game is about numbers.
It is about numbers.
No one, listen to what I'm saying. No one would tank Frank Gore over. Frank Gore is probably not even top 20 when you look at other backs, even backs from like back in the day. He's not better than Eric Dickerson. He's not better than Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith, LaDainian Tomlinson, Marshall Faulk. I can name 20 running backs better than him, but he's got more rushing yards because he just played a long time.
Yeah.
That's it.
Nobody's saying he's better. I'm saying statistically on paper, which is what everything is based off of, betting lines, everything. He has better numbers.
Hold on, but watch this. Do we equivalate the fact that availability is still its best ability?
That's true.
So how much does that raise the level of Frank Gordon?
Okay, so then we'll use that same argument when you're saying these wide receivers. So is Christian Watson a really good wide receiver? Is Jaden Reed a really good wide receiver? Is Romeo Doubs a really good wide receiver? Because
Romeo Doubs is the only guy on our squad right now that you could say is a good wide receiver. Everybody else is slightly above average.
Look,
we're building.
If you're an awesome player, okay. When they draft a player in the first round, Torch, we've had this conversation. When they draft a player in the first round who plays the same position as you, that's not so y'all can play together. They drafted a guy in the first round because they are replacing you, because they don't feel like
we're not getting rid of Doubs. That was literally, here's your teammate. We needed another good wideout.
They
got
Matthew Golden to get rid of Romeo Doubs.
That's what he's trying to say right now.
Listen to what I'm saying. If you draft a player in the first round As soon as let me
In certain
Usually,
positions,
sir, but I'm sorry.
As soon as
in certain positions, you're correct.
as soon as you drafted Jordan Love.
Yeah, that's quarterback. I just said in certain positions.
That's any
wide
position.
receiver. There's 8 wide receivers on a football team.
Okay,
no,
but
every situation is different, Marcus. Guess what? Matthew Golden technically was supposed to be Christian Watson's replacement, sir. Not
Yes,
Romeo
that's
Dobbs.
facts.
Okay.
So that's number
some of
one.
those
Yeah.
Number two,
as soon as they drafted Matthew Golden, the clock started ticking on some of them wide receivers because y'all got y'all have a bunch of
Wasn't
2s
Dobbs,
and
though.
3s. You got a bunch of 2s and 3s.
Hey, Marcus, I got a question for you.
Okay.
But in the same breath, you said Matthew Golden hasn't done shit. So why would they get rid of any receivers at this point?
Because here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. Because he's a first round pick, and they're going to always prioritize.
Marcus, I'm going to tell you that you're absolutely wrong. There has been zero conversation on Jaden Reed, Romeo Dobbs.
There's not going to be any conversation. There's not going to be. What's going to happen is
any of them.
What's going to happen is if he shows any signs of being really good, and now he's going to get more opportunities. He's going to get more opportunities because your number one receiving threat just went down, Tucker Kraft. Now these guys are expendable. You're not going to be able to keep Wicks, Reed, Dobbs, Watson, and all these other boys. Don't you got Savion? What's his name? The boy from TCU.
Yeah.
Okay. Most teams only keep like 4 or 5 wide receivers. Some of them guys are out of here.
Whoa, Marcus, that's wrong. Most teams keep 7 wide receivers on their roster.
No, they
yes,
don't.
they do. What are you talking about?
Don't.
Yes, they
What the hell
do.
did you get that? No.
Sir, Marcus, you want to bet me?
Most
you
teams
want to bet?
Yes, I will bet.
Let's bet it. Let's bet.
What is
Hey, hold on. Speaking of bets, hold on. I got a really hot one that the fans that are watching right now need to hear right now because they only have it's at halftime right now on this whole game. Golden State Warriors versus Sacramento. I want you to hop on Prize Picks and I want you to use the second half NBA option. You're going to go Jonathan Cummings to have less than an 18.5 fantasy score in the second half because he's only been averaging about 6 in the second half this year. You're going to go Russell Westbrook to have more than 16 points, rebounds, and assists in the second half because he's been averaging 22. And you're going to go Will Richard on Golden State to go less than 9.5 points, rebounds, and assists in the second half because he's only been averaging 5. That's going to give you times 6. If you bet $100, you're going to cash out for $600. $10 bet pays you 60. You flex pay that, your $10 bet is going to pay you 50 on a win. If you only get 2 of the 3, you're still going to make your bet back plus about $7.
Torch, this is why I was
That's
trying to
hot
get you.
right now.
Torch, this is why I was trying to get you on Prize Picks, man. You just couldn't get on because you're in New York.
You're not allowed to do that in New York.
Yeah, in New York.
Can you do underdog in New York?
Huh?
Do they let you do underdog?
No.
Underdog's considered fantasy
online sports betting in New York.
Oh, there's no online in New York? Wow.
Yeah. FanDuel. None of that.
See, now we can't do FanDuel in Wisconsin because of the native tribes. They only allow the fantasy picks, but that's because
we have native
Prize Picks and Better and Underdog give these guys like billions of dollars a year. FanDuel wasn't willing to do it.
Well, let me ask you guys this. We kind of got off subject here.
Yeah, sorry. That bet just ended. The projections just changed. You can't get that anymore now.
Yeah, you have to jump on those.
Yeah.
After this past weekend, is there a boogeyman in the NFL? Is there any team that we're like? I was like, there is no boogeyman this year. We just saw. So this past weekend, we saw the Indianapolis Colts, who at the time, I think they still might be. They're the number 1 seed in the AFC. Get destroyed by
no, the Broncos are, I believe.
We saw the Broncos get their ass kicked.
Broncos are 7-2 right now.
We got like 4 teams. We got like 4 teams with 7 wins right now. There is no boogeyman in the NFL right now where you're like, okay. We just saw the Lions get their ass whipped by J.J. McCarthy.
Oh, the Lions. Fuck yeah. Wow. But J.J. Watt was hot as fuck before he went down with the injury.
That's what I'm saying, though. There is no boogie. I think that's the little bit of the difference with this year. There is no boogeyman team. We just saw the Chiefs lose. They always lose to the Bills in the regular season. We'll see what happens in the playoffs.
The Chiefs are going to bounce back, though. They're going to be a problem later in the year.
The Chargers have lost both of their tackles and both of their starting running backs. They lost Rashawn Slater and they lost Joe Alt. They just lost Joe Alt for the season. They lost Omarion Hampton. They lost Najee Harris. There is no boogeyman in the league this year. When the Vikings just smacked around the Lions, who a lot of people, look at them as, I think the NFC North is going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a dogfight. But there is no team that's like, okay, this is a dominant team. Whether you had 2 14-win teams coming out of the NFC North last year, I don't think you see that this year. I think you have like 3 11-6 teams. 3 11-6 teams. So I think with this year, we saw the Eagles go through a 2-game losing streak. We saw the Bills go through a 2-game losing streak. And they got the
fact that the Ravens and the Chiefs are not having a great record right now proves your point too.
Yeah, there's really the teams that we thought would be the dominant teams. Who had the Indianapolis Colts winning?
The Colts were supposed to be dog shit according to every projection this year.
Exactly. In the South, we thought that the Falcons might be good. They keep getting their asses kicked.
Yeah, which it doesn't make sense to me. They have so much talent on there.
So it's just.
I got Bijan on one of my fantasy teams, and he's still putting numbers.
I hope he gets out of Atlanta, man. I would really like to see him get.
That man could be.
They won't let him go. They won't let him go. And again, this boils back to. We see Daniel Jones leave the Giants and bounce around, went to the Vikings last year. Now he's with the Colts and he's having a good year. Who you play with, your supporting cast has a lot to do with your success. Back to the Rashawn Gary thing. I'm not saying Rashawn Gary is a bum. I'm just saying that he's not until he got Micah Parsons. We don't view Rashawn Gary as like some all-world. He's top 5 and he's top 5 in sacks. He's top 5.
I don't understand what you're arguing. You're literally saying the same thing me and Torch did.
No,
the guy was above average until he got someone like Michael Parsons next to him, and now he's performing at superstar level.
I'm responding with Quentin Williams isn't going to change life for the Cowboys.
No, it's going to be the same type of concept.
Players like that, we call them not sponges. We call them force multipliers. Guys that can go out there and they make everybody else around them look better. And that's the kind of player that he is. And I think he asked to go to the Cowboys. I think a lot of your success also has to do with, are you happy where you are?
Yeah.
Are you really happy where you are? Did you see Myles Garrett the other day? And again, I don't give a damn about him being upset because you chose to re-up. He has a 5 sack.
He's not happy in Cleveland. Yeah.
He has a 5 sack game and he's sitting over in the end of the bench by himself because he's just like, I'm not going to win here. And again, I don't feel sorry for you at all because again, you could have got up out of there. You took the 40 mil. So enjoy your Bugatti, enjoy your Lamborghini, and just keep getting your ass kicked because that's what's going to happen.
At the same time, though, man, Cleveland sucks. I used to live in Dayton, Ohio. I can tell you firsthand. I'm sorry if anybody watching's from Ohio, but Cleveland is trash, dude. And I'm not talking about the football team. I'm talking about the city. That city sucks.
I went there. I want you to meet my family. I had to go there and meet the family. Wright Pat Air Force Base. We went on. My ex-wife was from Dayton, Ohio. That place is like.
That's when I lived in Dayton. I was in the Air Force myself.
Right, Pat. You're right, Pat. Okay, that's what's up, man. What we got next, man? We went an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, we've been
It's
ranting and
hot. See,
raving.
this is what happens when you talking sports right here. When you're watching World Class Wednesdays, you're gonna get hot. You're gonna get a hot topic, and that joint might last an hour because it's hot to try. We got another topic. The Buffalo Bills.
Hey, hold on a second. You're welcome, Melanie. I would do it again in a heartbeat. Make sure you thank a veteran on Veterans Day coming up on the 11th here.
Yeah, and don't vote for people who call veteran suckers and losers. But anyways, just putting that.
We're not going to get into politics.
Your sound is off, bro.
Buffalo Bills. Can you hear that?
Oh, yeah. Buffalo Bills, man.
The Buffalo Bills
over them Chiefs.
Did
a hell of a
not
game.
Make any free agency moves. Matter of fact, yes, they did. They acquired somebody.
Did they?
Yeah.
Who'd they get? Who'd they get?
He was an All-American bench warmer.
I really thought that they would do something. Now there was talk, leading up to the trade deadline. There was talk of Rashid Shaheed. There was talk of Chris Olave. Some goofball put up that they were going after Jalen Waddle. I never thought Jalen Waddle was realistic. Was realistic. I never.
His name was Duana Did Nothing. Did nada. I'm sorry. That's his name. Duana Did Nada. Well, they didn't want to do nothing. That's exactly what it is. He was a four-time all no pro and an All-American bench warmer. They did absolutely nothing.
If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse.
So speaking of that, can we just take 1 second here to talk about the fact that Patrick Mahomes had a quarterback rating of 50 in that game?
Yeah.
He went 15 for 34 for 250 yards, which is respectable, but he only averaged 7.4 and didn't get a single touchdown and threw a pick.
I think that
and he took 3 sacks.
I think Buffalo really
Buffalo locked his ass down.
They were amped up for this game. Now, look, I don't want to take anything away from their victory. I think that in this particular game, they really missed Josh Simmons, their rookie left tackle, who I believe if he, you said we were stationed in Ohio. He was from Ohio State. I think if he doesn't get hurt early last year, I think that he's a top 10 pick, Josh Simmons. Now he's going through some stuff, personal issues. I don't want to put his business out there. I've talked to some people that are close to the situation, but Josh Simmons, they really missed him in that particular game. But look, we've seen Buffalo beat Kansas City in the regular season.
Yeah.
And that's why it would be even more devastating, in my opinion. And Torch, we've talked about this. We've done shows about this. If they get to the playoffs and they lose in the wild card round, even going to the AFC Championship, you get to AFC Championship, and I think it would be more devastating. I'm not saying this will happen or it won't happen. I'm just saying if Buffalo were to go to the AFC Championship and let's say the Colts are there and they were to lose to the Colts or the Broncos.
I'd bet on the Colts if it was Bills Colts. Sorry, Torch, but
you know what I'm saying?
Colts have been playing.
If they were to lose now, I will say this though. All of their offseason moves, draft, free agency and all that good stuff, getting a guy like Bosa, however long he's healthy for. We saw some of the players that they got, and they were very instrumental in that victory. One of the plays that stood out to me, and I don't know if y'all saw this, Xavier Worthy got free. I think Xavier Worthy may be the fastest guy in the NFL. He gets free.
Could be top 2, yeah.
And Maxwell Hairston, who I thought, Torch, we talked about this during our draft shows and stuff. Me, you, and Mookie, we had talked about. I really like the kid Emin out of South Carolina, the safety. I think he plays for the Seahawks now. But Maxwell Harrison, that was a deliberate draft pick. Your mic is off. The fastest cornerback in this past draft. That was deliberate to deal with Kansas City's speed. Because I believe that the issue that the Bills have had during this Kansas City run, whether it was with Tyreek there, Mecole Hardman, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, the Bills had an issue with dealing with the Chiefs' speed. Maxwell Harrison on a couple of plays was running stride for stride with Xavier Worthy down the field. A couple of years ago, Xavier Worthy, he scores on a couple of those plays because he just runs by everybody. So we got to give a little bit of credit for that, but it's all for naught if the Bills lose in the wild card round, if they lose in the divisional round, if they were to lose a close game in the AFC Championship game. I think that would be even more devastating. So we'll see.
You're preaching to the choir right now. I follow Wisconsin sports. We always get right there and then shit the bed. So look at the Brewers. Look at the Packers.
First and foremost, wow, Marcus thinks he's slick, real slick. Why he think he's slick? Nick Enamori right now is the second highest rated rookie defensive player in the entire league right now in Seattle. Right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maxwell Harrison was not a first-round grade. Let me repeat that again. The Buffalo Bills messed up on this pick because you essentially could have had both. Had you traded the first-round pick like you did the year prior, and don't tell me there's no suitors. There wasn't any suitors. You could bullshit.
Yeah, right.
If you traded that first round pick for 2 second rounders, you could have had Enamori and Maxwell Harrison because he was on no one's radar at 30.
You think you could have got him? You think you could have got him in the third round?
Yes, I think you could have got him in the third round.
You know who else too? You could have got the kid from Michigan.
Yeah.
This guy was the highest rated corner. Will Johnson was the highest rated corner in this past draft.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. Did either of you guys jump on Ibuka?
That's where listen,
fantasy.
Here's my thing. That's where I'm happy about the Maxwell Harrison pick. I think he's a pretty good guy. I met him. You already know. I talked to him.
I saw the picture you took.
But your safety play when it comes to the playoffs, to me, is going to be a backbreaker when you go against these high-powered offenses who know how to manipulate young safeties. All of these quarterbacks that you see right now know how to manipulate safety play. It's the reason why Drake May is good this year. It's the reason why Bo Nix is better this year. It's even the reason why Danny Dimes has been so successful.
Exactly.
Because with play action, you can trick safety play.
Same reason Drake May is on the top 4 comparison you have on the screen right now.
Listen, Stafford, those guys know how to trick safeties. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you that may come back to bite them in the ass that they did not go get Enamori and then Maxwell Harrison. That's all I'm saying about that. If the Bills lose to Kansas City at any point in the playoffs, I'm firing Sean McDermott.
Would it be more devastating? Because y'all could just keep saying Kansas City. I don't think it's written in the stars that Kansas City wins the West. I don't think that it's written in the stars that the Buffalo Bills win the AFC East. So what that means is on the road. wild card weekend.
Well, it goes back to what you said earlier.
Nah,
There's no
hold on.
boogeyman.
I'm gonna
There is
call
no
my shot.
boogeyman in the league this year. No, hold on. I gotta agree with Marcus because just what we were talking about earlier. There's no boogeyman in the league this year. You could not definitively tell me who's going to be in the Super Bowl right now and have a solid argument because even the fucking favorites going into everything have shit the bed multiple times this year.
Eagles, Rams,
Yeah.
Bucks.
The Eagles might lose to the Packers
Lions.
on Monday night here, even though the Packers just did horrible against Carolina. The numbers, the betting is going crazy.
The Packers play up to the competition they have all year.
Vegas is actually leaning. The Packers are still underdogs right now, but the number keeps getting smaller every day that passes. I'm looking right now at 3 different betting lines, and the numbers are literally refreshing as I'm looking at them.
So
there's a lot of suspect fucking good teams in the year here, or in the league here this year, that are.
I tell you what, you know what it means when I hit that call your shot button. You know what it means.
Call your shot. Call your shot.
Call my shot. There is no way. And as much as we talk about no boogeymans in this league,
okay,
that's what's gonna make this call my shot even better. There is no way that Buffalo nor Kansas City doesn't win their division. One or the other will win their division this year, whether it's Kansas City or it's Buffalo. They both will not be 5, 6, and 7. Absolutely not.
Right now, as it stands today, right now,
yes,
as it stands today,
I
Kansas
know.
City
is 8.
Not make the playoffs. Yeah, they would not be in the playoffs right now.
You know damn well that ain't happening. Let's stop.
Oh, hey, I don't mean to interrupt you, gentlemen, but to prove my point, the Vegas money line just updated 5 seconds ago. The Packers are now a 2.5 favorite over the Eagles on Monday night.
Interesting. But
we have to get you and Dennis together we have to get you and Dennis together on that one.
Packers and Eagles.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Yeah, I was trying to get on the show yesterday, but I was in the middle of an arrest yesterday. So I couldn't get on their show. Unfortunately, I wanted to, but I couldn't. Because we got to at some point, you know, me and Dennis, we gotta have this Packers conversation because he did a little disrespecting and I did a clapback video to his disrespectful Packers talk. So this week gonna be very interesting. I'm not gonna talk no junk. I'm gonna let the football game play out.
After the way that and I want to ask you this like straight up. After the way that the Packers played this past week, has that shaken your confidence at all for this game?
No, because the whole year they've been playing to their opponent.
Yep.
Which makes no sense to me. Why are we doing that? Matt LaFleur has this whole concept of playing noble football. He ain't willing to put 40 points on a bitch like Belichick used to do. He needs to get that dog in him. That's why we're playing like this.
Absolutely, which is the reason why I will smack the dog shit out of Matt LaFleur if he come up with some inconsistent bullshit on offense again. There is absolutely no reason.
Well, I would rather have the inconsistent than the standard Matt LaFleur run shit. Now we got to pass. The defense knows that. Dude, throw a pass on first down every now and then.
But he's annoying. His play calling has been annoying. His play calling was annoying against Cleveland. It played right into Cleveland's strengths. And then this week, he played right into Carolina. I don't know. I don't even know. Understand.
Both of our losses, it looks like he watched the tape too much and like overthought himself again and again.
Yeah, he annoys me.
Bro, we should have played Carolina like we were already playing the Eagles and just fucking smoked them.
Well, here's my thing too. That's another thing too with Matt LaFleur that upsets the hell out of me is that he loses games that he should have won. I parallel the Bills and the Packers like this because they both do the same shit a lot of the
Yeah, it's
time.
stupid coaching decisions.
They lose games that they shouldn't lose, and it costs them seeding in the playoffs.
Yep.
It pisses me entirely off.
Well, what pisses me off is we can point it directly to shitty coaching decisions.
Absolutely.
I can't sit here with a straight face and say Matt LaFleur is not a good coach.
Right.
I mean, Matt LaFleur is an elite.
Sometimes though, and this is unfortunate. We've seen this in other sports too. Sometimes you get these coaches, and they take you only so far. They're good guys. Look, and I'm going to give you an example. You ready? Andy Reid in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Look at him with the Chiefs now.
He went to the
Arthur Lewis in Cincinnati.
Yep.
You love the guy, and he does a lot for the city, and he brought you some success and some attention, but he can only take you so far, and you need to go get another guy. Look, I got another one for you, Doug Collins. With the Chicago Bulls before Phil Jackson got there.
Yeah,
you have these guys that are really good coaches, but they get you. Tony Dungy with Tampa Bay. It wasn't until he got to Indianapolis.
Yeah, and then he started winning Super Bowls like crazy. But
so it's like
Tony Dungy probably had a hand in that, but he had Peyton Manning, bro. I mean,
well, I'm saying
I could have won a Super Bowl if I was coaching a Peyton Manning
team. In Tampa, he had arguably one of the greatest defenses that's ever played.
And probably the greatest ever that nobody will ever touch at fullback in the game because there isn't even really fullbacks anymore.
You look at that Bucks defense back then, Sapp and Booger McFarland and
Booger is a beast.
And John Lynch and Rondé Barber. I mean, they had all pros on every level of that defense. Tony Dungy was a defensive coach.
Yep.
But he could not get over the hump over there. And John Gruden comes in 1 year and wins the Super Bowl with his team.
Yeah.
So it's sometimes you get these coaches and maybe we're there with Sean McDermott. I personally don't think Sean McDermott is a championship quality coach. That's just me.
I don't think he is either, but you got Eberflus on your defense, which is where he should have been his whole career now. He's never had coach material, but he is a defensive mastermind. You guys are going to be all right, especially with the pieces you click together here.
Yeah. I look at some, and I wonder the same thing with Matt LaFleur. He's from that Shanahan tree and all of those guys they coached together with the Falcons, him and Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan and all of them. Kyle Shanahan, can he get the 49ers over the hump? The only one out of that
if they can stay healthy, yeah. I mean, name a game this year that they've had all of their top players.
I get it. Well, with Shanahan, he had some years where they were healthy and he gets to the Super Bowl and he forgets
the 49ers have been the bane of the Packers' existence the last decade here. So
I get it.
Yeah.
The 49ers are to the Packers what the Packers are to the Cowboys.
It's what the Cowboys were to the Packers in the 90s too.
Yeah.
Until Favre turned it around.
So we'll see, man. We'll see what's up.
Y'all used to stomp our dick in the dirt every time we met in the playoffs.
I remember Brett Favre.
It's the last time you guys were good. I remember too.
It was rough sled, man. So is that all of our topics? I'm about to get ready to get up out of here. We got to get up tomorrow morning.
Oh, hold on. We got to get into go mode. Let's get into go mode. I got these sports bets for people tomorrow here. We got some hot tickets.
Okay.
The journalist column tonight.
Are we going to do the journalist column too?
Nah, because we didn't get too many people in the comment section. Plus, we'll just wait for tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow.
Okay, we can do that. But these bets are for tomorrow night games, though, so we got to do this tonight.
Put them out there.
Yeah, just for the boys here. So this is the Prize Pick odds. You might get some better odds on Underdog. So if you're gonna jump on Underdog, use code Ryan Go, all capitals. You'll get a first deposit bonus match up to $150. As soon as you bet $5, you get $50 in free bets. I never charge anybody for my picks. I said my stats earlier. This shit's good. The reason I make the money I do is because I'm not putting crazy bets out there with these high page percent outs and hundreds of dollars at a time. I bet $5 here, $10 there with decent odds, stuff that's going to hit. So here's what I'm looking at tomorrow in the NBA. I'm looking at the Clippers versus Phoenix. Doesn't seem like that great a game to watch, but the betting's juicy. We're going to go Devin Booker from Phoenix. He's been averaging 33.2 points his last 2 games. So we're going higher on him with 28.5. Then we got Derrick Jones Jr. on the Clippers. He's been averaging 10.2 his last 5 games. So we're going higher on the 7.5. And then we're going Ivica Zubac, also from the Clippers. He's been averaging 13 his last 5, but in the last 2 of those, he's only hit 9 points and 7 points. So we're going on the under on his 17.5 on the Vegas line. So again, Devin Booker higher than 28.5, Derrick Jones Jr. higher than 7.5, and Ivica Zubac lower than 17.5. That's going to give you 3.5 times your bet. And if you flex it, that's going to give you a minimum of 2.5. That means if you bet $100 and that hits, that's $350 in your pocket. I put $10 on it for 35, and that was on Prize Picks.
So Derrick Jones Jr. You said higher?
I'm saying we're going higher on the 7.5. Yes.
And he plays for the Clippers?
Yes.
So you said Devin Booker.
Booker, we're going higher on 28.5.
Okay. Zubac. So you can do 3 players from the same team?
It's 2 players from the Clippers and 1 player from Phoenix.
Oh, but okay, yeah, Booker with Phoenix.
Booker's
okay,
from Phoenix.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can't bet all your shit on the same team.
Yeah,
that's illegal.
Yeah.
Right. But that's given us a 3.5x payout as of right now, 2.5 minimum flexed. And flexed, for those of you that don't know, if you make a power play, everything has to hit the payout. If you do a flex, like for example, this is 3 picks. If 2 of the 3 hit, you get paid on a slightly less level. So you're going to get your bet back times like $7 maybe.
Give me one more.
We got NFL coming up here next. The shitty game we got tomorrow night, Thursday Night Football. But we got some juicy bets on it. This is my Thursday Night Football hot lock. I do this on my Facebook page every Thursday Night Football game. This is the hot lock right here. This is a tutty pick with a little bit of ground and pound added in. We're going Bo Nix higher for 1.5 touchdown passes. We're going Geno Smith higher for 0.5 touchdown passes. And then we're going to go J.K. Dobbins higher than 71.5 rushing yards. That's also going to give you the 3.5x payout. And now this 3.5, I call it my 35 system. This is very crucial. If you want to make money on this and not lose your ass, you look for these little 3.5 to 2.5 bets. You throw $5 or $10 at a time at them. On my Facebook page on Prize Picks alone, I'm not going to talk about Better and Underdog unless we get into that because that's my personal stuff that I do. We can talk about numbers on that too. But the Prize Picks that I've been doing on the Facebook page, we've only invested $60. We've been replaying a lot of money. We've cashed out money to put into other apps. But we're up $4,000 right now. This is a 3.5. That's $10 to win $37.50. You can't tell me Bo Nix ain't going to throw 2 tutties. You can't tell me Geno Smith ain't going to get at least 1. And J.K. Dobbins is going to run up and down that field.
I got one more for you. Two field goals for Daniel Carlson.
I throw that
He's
on there. That'll probably put it up to about a 4.2.
He's down for 1.5 field goals. I think Daniel Carlson. I think they'll be able to move the ball a little bit, and it's going to be a field goal thing with the Raiders. I don't think that they're going to really be able to score on that Broncos defense except through field goals.
Oh, 100%. I would agree.
You got Geno throwing a touchdown.
All he has to do is throw one.
Well, they have a 0.5 touchdown.
I got him at 0.5. Yeah.
Okay.
0.5 on Goblin mode too. So Vegas thinks he's going to score at least one. And for those that don't know, you got Goblin mode and you got Demon mode. Whenever you have a bet that's on Goblin mode, that means Vegas thinks it's going to hit. They're leaning towards it. When you got a bet that's on Demon mode, that means they're not sure, but there's a lot of people betting on it. So that actually increases your payout odds. Like when Giannis hit that game-winning shot the other night against the Pacers, I cashed out $110 just on that quarter alone because I went Goblin mode on that for Giannis. He had one of the best fourth quarters of his career in that game. It was insane. But let's get into the bonus bet here. This is the bet. This is the weird one. This is the one that you only throw a few dollars at, or if you really like it, throw a bunch at. I'm calling this my ground and pound or my on the ground for the night. This is all rushing yards. We're going Ashton Genty of the Raiders, higher than 54.5. We're going J.K. Dobbins for the Broncos, higher than 71.5. And we're going Bo Nix, actually, higher than 21.5. That's going to give you a 5.75% payoff if you power play it, and a 4.8 with a flex. So if you bet $10 on a power play, that's going to pay you $57.50.
So you said Genty higher,
Genty higher than 54.5, Dobbins higher than 71.5, and Nix higher than 21.5. And that in the pulse data from the Vegas bookies has an 89.98% chance to hit as of right now. And it's trending upwards as we get closer to kickoff. That's that bonus bet. It's a little iffy depending on how the game goes. That's a good lock at 5.75.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you bet $10 on the bonus, $10 on my Thursday Night Football hot lock, and $10 on the NBA game tomorrow, you're looking at, let's see here, 35, 37, and 57. Not a bad fucking night for $30 spent.
Scrub the ground. Make sure you scrub the ground this week on the picks. Make sure you scrub the ground. Go Mo right here, my guy Ryan Go. You're gonna get this every week.
I mean, if you want me to come on tomorrow, I can do some research and I can give some Sunday football game picks for people too.
Got you. That'll be good. Definitely. For sure. Listen, of course, you know we like to elevate things, like to add new things in, like to throw some things in. World Class Wednesdays has been phenomenal. We didn't get to the journalist column. We'll do that tomorrow along with GoMo. We'll do that, and we'll talk about we'll make some picks for this week as well. I already made my picks Monday, but I also got to make them for Thursday as well. So we're gonna do some picks. Chocolate Girl will be on too. Sharon Mullen will be on tomorrow. Chocolate Girl will have a good time. It'll be a whole lot of fun on Rise Up Unlimited Radio Show, brought to you by WDAP Radio, WDAP TV. Before I go, I want to shout out my guy Mookie Hawkins. Shout out to him for winning his election. I mean, he won by a landslide. Lord have mercy.
What did he run for?
He ran for school board to be one of the members in the Common Council as far as the school board is concerned. Buffalo.
You smoked the competition too. I saw your Facebook post.
He smoked it. 4,000 plus votes compared to 260 other for anybody else who ran against him. It wasn't even close. Yeah. I expect that from guys like Mookie Hawkins, though. I expect that from him, Pat Freeman, and all these other phenomenal trailblazers that we've been blessed to, see greatness around and be great ourselves. So for the fire starter, for the alpha, and for my guy, Mr. Go Mode himself, Ryan Go, phenomenal world-class Wednesdays. Make sure you on Friday show my man Marcus Alphabets the money when you watch the Alphabets Football Talk Show on Friday as well. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you go ahead and tune into that. Coffee Talk tomorrow.
With you.
Hey, before we sign off, can I show everybody something quick?
Yeah.
Do you know who Anthony Showtime Pettis is? From the UFC?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I have in my possession right now the belt he won in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. His second title.
Wow.
Right over my shoulder there.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Ooh-wee.
There's still a blood stain on the F. Oh, it's glaring right there.
What you doing? You holding that for him or what?
No, I bought it at a charity auction a couple years ago, right before my brother died. We went to my brother had stage 4 blood cancer.
Okay.
And we went to a charity auction, and he had a bunch of money from his disability and stuff that he wasn't spending, and I threw some money in I had, and my brother died last year, and they finally finalized the will and everything, and it was in the will, give the belt to Ryan. So
that's what's up, man.
Yeah, I mean, R.I.P. Justin, but I now have a piece of Milwaukee history, and I just recently moved from Green Bay to Milwaukee. I am now in West Allis, like 5 blocks away from the state fairgrounds, which is awesome for me because I joined a beer league hockey team at the Pettit Ice Center. I'm horrible on skates, but I go out there and I hit people. So,
hey, that's what's up, man. But real quick question before we get up out of here: that Suns Clippers game, that's tomorrow?
Yeah, it's tomorrow at 8 p.m.
All right. I might have to mix that up with some basketball and some football tomorrow.
Oh, so if you jump on Underdog and you use promo code RyanGo, all capitals, you can get a first deposit match in bonus funds up to $150. After you bet 5, you'll get $50 more in free bets too. You'll get better odds on Underdog, actually. And you can actually make money line bets on Underdog. You can't make money line bets on Prize Picks.
Okay.
But if you double up on that, that's what we've been doing a lot on my webpage. That's how guys are cashing out. I got some guys on my page that are betting like $50-$60 on top of like how we're all betting 10 and 5. And these guys are like talking about I'm about to go buy a Hellcat now because I got the money for it.
Okay. That's what's up.
And I never charge for my picks. Don't ever pay for picks. All these other guys you see like on the Facebook pages and Twitter and X and stuff, when they're talking about, oh, sign up for this and all that, and you give us whatever. As soon as you get 2 or 3 picks in one app, they're going to make you sign up for another app and put more shit in. And that's because these guys are getting, when you type in their promo code, they're getting a bunch of free shit. And I'm straight up forward honest with everybody. You type in my promo code on Prize Picks, you get all that cool stuff. I get $25 in free bets. You type in on Underdog, you get all that cool shit. I get $75 in free bets. I'm straight up forward honest with it. I got numbers I can prove to people. I can send screenshots. Don't pay for picks. It's a lot of scam artists out there trying to make money off you.
For sure.
I will give my shit away free and willing to anybody that asks for it. Just type in my promo code if you ain't on the app already. You know, that's all I ask.
For sure. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. Myself, Andre Torch Robinson, will be doing Coffee Talk and making our pick for the Thursday night football game. Make sure y'all show him some love in the Chocolate Girl tomorrow. Appreciate everybody who comes through. Much love and respect to everybody who shows support. Okay, we're about to get up out of here. See ya.